All right, so we tore apart the Muncie. Wanted to see what was inside and how it looked. It doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look like it was rebuilt, possibly not too long ago. I mean, it has a little wear. Synchros are a little worn. Some of the thrust washers, they're just a little beat up. We're changing all that. Reverse gear has some chunks out of the gear, but I can smooth all that out. We can reuse it. It's just reverse. I'm not too concerned about that. But the counter cluster, the main gears, everything looks good. So just basic rebuild, bearings, synchros, seals, stuff like that. The only thing I didn't like was the countershaft pin here. It does have some groove in it from where the needle bearings, which are right here, it's a pile of them, they ride inside and on that area of the pin. So the only good thing is we put a new pin in it. It's cheap. It's like 25, 30 bucks. And it's a 1-inch pin, so that's a plus. 7/8 was the smaller pin. And I can actually cut this and use it as a dummy or a mock-up pin when I go to put it back together. It makes it a lot easier. So that's a good thing, because I don't know where mine went. I had one, and it walked away. So, like everything else. Just wanted to show you something too here. The case, which is kind of cool. We decoded everything. All the numbers are matching as far as the case, the tail housing, the center support, and even the shift fork front cover. This code right here is stamped in or cast into the aluminum. 3925661 69 to 74 case. So that's actually correct, because you come here to the date code, and it's a P0H03A as an apple. A is an M20 wide ratio, which was the 252 or a 256 first gear. I got to look it back up. I'm not 100% sure. But also you can go by the amount of rings on the front input shaft, and it's a 2-ring, which means it's the 256 or 252, whatever. And I'm not sure if it's 256. I got to redo the math on it. But I prefer a 26 spline input, but the 10 spline is still good. It'll still handle the power we got. So I'm not too concerned about it. But what's nice about this, it has the original VIN number to a vehicle here that I can actually figure out. So 10L529918. So that would be the VIN number that this car, or that this transmission originally came from. So we're going to figure that out as well. I'll let you know. But the P0, that would be a 1970. And then the H, I believe, is June. If you go off of the date codes on these transmissions, I looked it up online. 03 would be the 3rd, and then A is obviously the Muncie M20. So kind of cool. Stoked about that. The case is usable. It's not horrible. It does have some scars inside, but nothing that we can't fix and get it back together. So, like we always say around here, to be continued. So, sweet.